everyone, it's Jessie the dietitian from Adjust Health. Today I'm going to be sharing the top 3 warning signs for anorexia. So as I've mentioned previously, anorexia nervosa is a serious and potentially life-threatening mental illness and is quite common in Australian population. So it does affect people from all different ages, all different culture backgrounds, different groups, and it will generally start in adolescence, and females generally are more likely to develop it than males. It can also develop in particular professions, so things like dancing and gymnastics, different sports or hobbies that involve quite a petite frame. It can lead to a lot of major health concerns, so things like nutrient deficiencies such as iron deficiency can lead to a weakened immune system, so getting sick a lot more often, and it can actually lead to things like kidney failure and heart problems as well. So it can often be quite difficult to notice. A lot of people who are in the stages of developing anorexia or have anorexia will actually hide their behaviours. So if you do know anyone who you think might be at risk or who has developed these, it's important to keep a close eye out on them and see if you can notice any of these warning signs that I'm going to talk about. So it is important that we identify anorexia as soon as possible. So the earlier treatment generally will lead to better health outcomes. So if we can get in there and discover these behaviours quickly, we can start treatment earlier. So I'm going to give you the top 3 warning signs of anorexia, or the leading into the development of anorexia. So generally it will start with standard dieting, so before a special occasion or a particular event that's coming up, but it will intensify over time to become a preoccupation with things like counting calories, dieting, and food avoidance and limiting particular foods. So generally people who are developing or who have developed anorexia will avoid eating with people or avoid meal times. They may also be anxious at meals too. So this is a sign, some behavioural signs to pick up on. If you find that people are starting to eat in private or don't want to eat with people or avoiding meal times altogether, or if during a mealtime they appear to be sort of anxious or nervous, that could be a warning sign that they're leading into the development of anorexia. The third point is excessive exercising or compensatory behaviours. So this could be things like going to exercise multiple times during the day for excessive periods of time. It could also be going to the toilet shortly after meals. So anorexia can have forms of compensatory behaviours as well. So things like vomiting and laxative use as well. So it's important to keep an eye out for these types of behaviours too. So there are many other warning signs that may be present. If you do want some more information, please message us and I can pass on some more of those warning signs. So anorexia is a very sensitive topic. So if you do know someone that may be showing any of these signs, it's important to be careful when approaching this with them. So if you do have someone that you think might be at risk, try not to draw too much attention to it, but just keep an eye on it and potentially start to suggest finding some help from a health professional. So thank you everyone for watching. As I said in my previous video, if you do know someone who has anorexia or is at risk of developing, or if you yourself have anorexia or think you might have this condition, please feel free to message us directly and I will get back to you personally. If you do know someone who you think might benefit from watching this video, please share it directly to them as well. Thanks everyone for watching, and I will see you next time.